March 11th, 2021. My name is Thomas Wiggin. I would like to discuss with you about the consequences of lacking accountability with family, friends, and adults, or anyone in authority. Guess what? We all need to learn lessons the hard way, too. So guess what? If you want to learn your lessons the easy way and the right way, this is the video you should watch. Because this is about tough love. It's no longer third grade stuff. This is real men and real women and stuff called tough love. Because this is video number 5 for tough love. Anywho's, to get on topic. The consequences of lacking accountability is being an enabler. The definition of an enabler is someone who is making excuses or supporting someone's inappropriate or detrimental behavior. That can include abuse, or anger issues. Who's having support on that. So guess what? If you don't ever hold any accountability, people like that, you're guilty for being an enabler. So I definitely will say you're also just as guilty as an abuser. Because an enabler is also just holds the same guilt too. Number 2, difficulty maintaining relationships. Accountability is a gift. So, the difficulty of the kind of relationships that you're going to have a hard time maintaining if you lack accountability is number 1, families, 2, friendships, 3, and families and friendships. But difficulty maintaining relationships mean like constant fighting. And like you cannot get along with a certain person because you didn't put in any accountability. Because something parents need. I think parents, I definitely think you should have given them the third grade talk. But yes, parents needed to give them the accountability talk. And also, what parents should have done is ask the son or daughter how their day was, if they did anything to upset them, and please have a value of your son or your daughter's feelings. Things on like if you yelled at them during homework time, or flew off the handle and they don't trust you to be around them, just be valid to those feelings. Because that's definitely giving you accountability. That's number 2. So it's also putting restoration to your relationships. Number 3, delayed goals. Goals are not really met if you don't hold yourself accountable and if you don't hold your teammates accountable. So that means you cannot reach your goal if you don't hold yourself accountable. Your teammates cannot reach their goals if you don't hold them accountable and they don't hold themselves accountable. So it's going to be hard if you're a manager or a leader. So you really need to be very careful with how you're teaching accountability. You always want to set to the appropriate standards and your goals reached, fair, and simple. Oh, but do you want, instead of being unrealistic with your expectations, guess what? Be laid back, fair, respectful, and show them that you to reach your expectations. Because you want me to tell you this? We always want to expect too much from ourselves. But the problem is that when we set unrealistic expectations, guess what? We don't think straight. We act with no plan. And that's another problem too you don't want to worry about. Number 4, this one's one of the worst, but crash and burn situations with relationships. It means the relationships have ended or became too difficult to fix because of the differences you had. That was number 1. The lack of accountability was number 2. And number 3, because you chose not to hold yourself, because you chose not to agree to the fact that someone's trying to help you to be held accountable. For you to be held accountable, and for you to hold yourself accountable. And it's very sad that someone was trying to teach you that, and you're just rejecting, and you decided to reject it. So, I'd suggest if you want to open that gateway, hey, but you want me to tell you this? The way you should feel that is definitely you should talk to your son or your daughter privately. He don't care, and you want me to say, hey, that this, in my opinion, and I'm just gonna be saying this once. I was and I didn't mean to offend you, on how I reacted to you last time. I'm just saying that you love them. For example, and that you want to fix the relationship, just not for your sake, but to set an example for others in public. That you want to restore your relationship. You want to restore your relationship with your family members. You want to reach out to them when they're feeling upset about making a mistake. You have to want something if you want to put restoration for your relationships. You have to want it. You have to work for it. It's all about tough love. Holding yourself accountable is tough love. Allowing your kids to hold you accountable and saying how they're feeling about you, who is tough love. Because sometimes we need that tough love to learn the hard way. Sometimes we need tough love to also make us understand how our past issues were like, so we can put in restoration for our relationships. It's very hard to fix our relationships when we don't want to own accountability for our issues in our relationships. You have to want to work to heal it. I'm not saying this because I'm 22. I'm saying this because I've been there before. It's not worth what you want. And if you really care to fix fix your relationship towards your family members. It's best to at least own to take responsibility, step up, and also acknowledge the fact that you were just as guilty of how you made a bad night, or made them feel bad because you always want to heal those relationships. Because let me say this: if your son and daughter walk out of the door to Texas A&M, for example, and you didn't say you're sorry, or asked if they were angry at you for any situation that you held no accountability for, you lost your chance. You lost your chance. Hence was number one. You lost your chance to put restoration for your relationships. You lost your chance to hold yourself accountable. You lost your chance, hence, to acknowledge the fact that you were just as guilty of what happened. You lost your chance, hence, on how you're gonna fix your relationships. Because sometimes we say stuff and we don't mean it, but we still have to learn the hard way. Hey, so please understand that if you want to heal your relationship, accountability comes first. So please comment, like, rate, share, subscribe, discuss us, and have a good night.